I love hosting and having dinner parties, so this weekend I had some friends over for a tomato-themed dinner party, and I made a roasted tomato spaghetti, feta stuffed olives, an heirloom tomato tart, a whipped goat cheese, tomato and peach salad, burrata with some roasted tomatoes, a tomato limeade, and strawberry granita for dessert. I got started by making my pasta dough. I then prepped and set the table and then started making my feta stuffed olives. I marinated those with some red wine vinegar, olive oil, chili flakes, and let those rest in the fridge while I made my tomato simple syrup. I then squeezed some limes, added some sparkling water, and a little tomato garnish for my tomato limeade. I got started on my tomato tart using a puff pastry dough, cutting around the edges to make a little crust. I baked that while I whipped up some feta with some herbs, and then let my pastry cool while I roasted tomatoes with garlic, salt, and pepper. I then put those in the oven and roasted some more tomatoes with some more salt, pepper, and olive oil. I then started assembling my tart with the whipped feta, the roasted tomatoes, and then some fresh heirloom tomatoes, some salt, and basil. I then got started whipping up some goat cheese for my salad, cut up some peaches and tomatoes, and then plated the goat cheese with some arugula, tomatoes, peaches, olive oil, and some Maldon flaky salt. I added some of my roasted tomatoes with some burrata and olive oil, salt, and pepper to a bowl, and then toasted some bread and added some basil for dipping. I then got started on my sauce, adding some tomato paste, olive oil, chili flakes, and lemon juice. I cooked my homemade spaghetti, added some pasta water, added the pasta in, and then topped that with some burrata, chopped basil, and some more salt. Earlier in the day, I got started on my strawberry granita by blending strawberries, lemon juice, sugar, and some water. And then I put that in the freezer and took it out every 45 minutes or so to mix it up. Then I used a giant scooper to scoop in the strawberry granita with the basil leaf on top so it looked like a giant tomato. And here is the final product.